CRISPR and gene editing. I'd like to talk about this topic with varying degrees of excitement and extreme alarm. This is a milestone that could one day erase hereditary conditions. It's so versatile and so controversial that it's sparking all sorts of interesting conversations. Should we bring back this dinosaur? Should we edit a human embryo? Or how about we just wipe out an entire species that we consider harmful off the face of the earth using this technology? And let me tell you about CRISPR that is used to do this so called gene editing. Simply put, it works like a word processing software. It is very analogous. If you think DNA code as the text of a document, CRISPR is like the scissors that allows you to cut out text and makes changes at the site of the repair. Right. This is exactly like cut and paste in Microsoft Word. Not so close, but it is kind of like that. So basically, if you want to do gene editing, you could theoretically find it, cut it out, and paste it in a fix. This technology has the potential to change our DNA and the DNA of other organisms alive and extinct. Researchers say this can lead to eugenics or divides in the humanity. Well, this stuff is scary, and that is my point. It seems that it is going to cure all diseases or kill every last one of us. This has enormous potential to be applied in more than 10,000 medical conditions. But gene editing is very difficult. Diseases typically have multiple genes that contribute to them, and human trials are very rare. We are a long way away from figuring out how to create unicorns, give pig wings, for example, or even an extra leg. I'd settle for an extra leg. That would be kind of cool, right? We might even figure out how to increase our lifespan to 1,000 years. This also poses danger when you think about biological warfare. Gene editing can be used to genetically engineer bacteria or viruses to be used in biological attacks against humans or to make genetically modified soldiers with enhanced strength or powers. It sounds like a sci fi movie, right? But this is possible, at least theoretically. Some, some fear that this technology could be used to design or create designer babies. A designer baby is a human baby that is genetically modified, usually following the guidelines set by the parent or the scientist to produce desirable traits such as being smarter, faster, stronger, and more attractive than the rest of us. But gene editing could potentially do incredible things. Take malaria, for example. Nearly 500,000 people died of malaria, and it spread by mosquitoes. And gene editing can stop something like this using something called as genedrive. Scientists do this by inserting an artificial gene into the gene of mosquito embryo to make an increasing proportion of female offspring sterile. The gene drive is implemented in the DNA so as to make sure that changes are inherited, unlike natural selection where chances are involved. But the moment you start to mess with ecosystem, it can lead to unpredictable ramifications. My point in saying all of this is not to frighten you. There is a lot to be legitimately excited about here. Gene editing has a potential to alleviate a great deal of human suffering, but reaching the potential will take time consuming and careful research. So I would urge you to really look about this type of technologies because really only in that way we are going to be able to guide the development of these technologies, the use of these technologies and make sure that in the end it's a positive outcome for both the planet and for us.